Hi, my name is Minnie Blackman, and this is my social psychology portfolio for Psychology 321. Today I'll be talking about a contemporary issue and the social psychological concept that goes with it. The issue I'm going to be speaking about is the use of e-cigarettes among high school and college students. This health crisis has led to a number of deaths and lung illnesses. The president of the American Medical Association has said that the recent lung illness outbreak has alarmed physicians and the broader public health community and shined a light on the fact that we have very little evidence about the short and long-term health consequences of e-cigarettes and vaping products. Here I have given a description of two articles that explain this issue further. I encourage everyone to read these at their leisure. The social psychological concept that goes with this issue is the sociometer hypothesis. This is the idea that self-esteem is an internal, subjective index or marker of the extent to which a person is included or looked upon favorably by others. To put into simpler terms, if one has high self-esteem, they can conclude that they are socially accepted. If one has low self-esteem, they will feel the need to regain social acceptance. Here I've described an article that focuses on the sociometer hypothesis. Again, I encourage you all to read it. Now let's talk about the correlation between the vaping issue and the sociometer hypothesis. It can be argued that high school and college students are more likely to vape than older individuals because they have lower self-esteem than those older than them. It was found by a study titled Self-Esteem Development from Young Adulthood to Old Age that self-esteem is lowest among young adults, but increases throughout adulthood, peaking at age 60. According to the sociometer hypothesis, low self-esteem is an indicator that one needs to regain social approval. E-cigarettes are conveyed to this age group as being cool. Catherine Martinelli writes for the Child Mind Institute that smoking never stopped being cool. It is still positively portrayed in movies, and Juul in particular has rebranded it to make vaping an even cooler alternative. Martinelli also writes that teens hear that it is not as bad for your health as smoking cigarettes, and many think there is no harm. Because e-cigarettes are seen as both cool and safe by individuals in high school and college, it can be considered a good way to regain social standing. Therefore, vaping is seen as a method for improving self-esteem. This gives individuals a sociometer reading that indicates that they are socially accepted, giving them no motivation to stop this behavior. So what are some precursors to the vaping issue? It can be argued that a precursor to students partaking in the use of e-cigarettes is due to low self-esteem among youth. A study on the self-esteem of college students showed that 52.5% had low self-esteem. Students vape because it makes them feel included. Inclusion leads to a boost in one's self-esteem. High school and college students may feel the need to be more included for several reasons, social media and societal beauty standards being two key reasons that individuals of this age group may feel left out. So, how is this explained by the sociometer hypothesis? Social media is known to inspire feelings of FOMO within users. It is also known to be used at higher rates by high school and college-aged individuals. This leads to low self-esteem among this age group, giving them a sociometer reading that indicates that they should change their behavior in a way that will make them more socially acceptable. High school and college students are also highly susceptible to body image issues, especially females. Negative body image can lead to low self-esteem. Low self-esteem, according to the sociometer hypothesis, indicates that one should change their behavior in order to gain social acceptance. Because e-cigarettes can curb one's appetites, some may deem this is the appropriate behavior to add to one's life in order to regain public approval. So how can this issue be solved? There are two ways one could argue solving this issue, and each have their own pros and cons. One way one could argue solving this issue is educating high school students and college students about the dangers of vaping. The pro to this is that students will likely be deterred from vaping and will therefore be healthier. The con to this is that students may deem fitting in socially more important than health, or they might just move on to a new addiction. Another way one could argue solving this issue is to educate high school and college students about other methods of improving self-esteem. The pro to this is that students may learn to value themselves through more organic practices, like the practices seen in the bottom right image. The con to this is that vaping may seem like an easier solution than self-reflection to students, making it a more appealing solution to their low self-esteem dilemma. The last couple of slides are my sources.